I changed the hobby to the profession, and that's how it started. It was a good hobby, and then it became a profession. I moved to California, and that's where they all were, in the Haight-Ashbury, where the hippies were, right?
Yeah.
The hippies, the musicians, all the rock and roll was just starting. And then one of my clients was a school for girls, which had a very important music department. And so I go to the conference on rock and roll to take the pictures, and this guy is here, and we'd start talking, and he says, oh yeah, we're going to start a magazine, you want to be the photographer for the magazine? He said it's going to be about music, musicians, you know, not the business of magazine, but the life of the musician. I said, yeah, I take a picture, no problem, you know. And so he said, okay, you're the photographer. Well, that magazine then became Rolling Stone. So that's how I started with Rolling Stone, because that day. Very lucky. Every day was memorable, you cannot believe. For example, we work in an office, maybe as big from like this, tiny, small office, you know. And also, underneath the office was the printing plant. So all day long it's going blah, 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 blah. Our heads were going like that. And, you know, it was very interesting. And around the corner was the police station. So if we were going to smoke something, we had to be very careful because the police is right there, you know. And of course, we like to get high. And the first, okay, I tell you this. The art director he makes furniture. He works with wood. He makes some furniture. So he makes a small handle like this, just like this. And then at the end of the handle, he puts electrical clip, you know? You know what electrical clip is?
Yeah, sure.
So it can hold a cigarette, right?
Yeah.
So now we have like this, a small thing to use for smoking pot, and for each subscription, we give you this free. So as we say, you take a subscription, you get this for free.
Right, so
we did all crazy things, you know, in the beginning. Hunter came after me.
Yeah?
See, many years after me, because I stayed 3 years.
Why did you quit?
Because I wanted to do other things. I started a fashion magazine, and then I learned to fly. I bought an airplane and learned to fly and took pictures from the air, and I just didn't want to do music forever, you know. I love music, but to do the same thing over and over. Here's what I say. You do the same thing over and over. It's like you go to a buffet dinner, and if you stop at the appetizer, you miss the soup, you miss the fish, you miss the salad, you miss the meat, you miss the dessert. So why stay here when you can eat the whole thing? So that's what I did. I did many other things. I did portraits, I did everything, a little bit of everything. Anybody who would give me some money to take some pictures, But the best portraits, did you see the show yet at Pobeda?
Not yet.
Oh, you're gonna like nice portraits, Here's the thing, I was very good with making portraits because I was very interested in the people themselves. And they knew, they relaxed. You know, in the beginning I would go like this, take some pictures, no film in the camera. Just so they relax, right? And then we start talking like you, and oh my God, good guy, he's a good guy. Okay, I relax, I tell him stories. Then I start taking the pictures. Like that. Good times.
Yeah.
Then we had, I'll tell you the other thing we had going, amazing concerts. We had so many concerts. We had the Fillmore West, that's where the Jimi Hendrix That's the first time I shot Jimi Hendrix's Fillmore West. Phenomenal venue. You go into this venue, I tell you, very interesting. Small venue, maybe 2,000 people maximum. Low ceiling. Everybody smoking. Even if you don't smoke, you get high because it's in the air. And then light show going on behind, you know, a liquid light show going on. And then the music coming. So you're getting high here, you're getting high here, you're getting high here. It was really amazing. Then we also had in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco, free concert all the time. Many free concerts, which was exciting because you could go and you want to hear some music, let's go, they're going to play this afternoon, free concert. Then after all of that, they took the concert into the stadium. I don't know, good or bad. I asked the kids, I say, why do you go to this big concert? You can't even see the musician. You can't even hear the musician except for this, you know, the sound. No, but we want to be with our people. It's a community. We feel good because we're with people who think like we do and dress like we do, you know? So we feel comfortable like that. But for us, in the beginning, the small concert, we know the musician, we go after the concert, we hang out with the musician, have some conversation, maybe have a drink, maybe have a smoke, something like that. In the beginning, that's the way it was, you know, no more. Very intimate. Yeah. Intimate all the time. Yeah, that's the thing. Now they have like here a guard, here a guard, here a guard, here a guard, here a guard. You can't come to the musician. They're the superstars. So
yeah.
I mean, I can still come, but their heads are not the same. In the beginning, they were like us, just two people talking. Right? Now, big heads. I don't know. The industry of music changed like this. With the music video, then the musicians started seeing themselves on TV, right? So they said, I like that angle, I don't like that angle, I'm going to control this. When we had Rolling Stone, they were very happy. I would come, I would take a picture, I would take a nice picture of them, no problem. They were very happy to have in Rolling Stone. They didn't ask to check or anything like that, yeah? So that's the way it was. But then when they saw themselves on TV, they said, okay, now I must have control. So they changed things. That's the way the music business changed. And they, also the other thing, everybody has a camera. Everybody had a camera. So they go into the concert, click, 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 you know, drive these guys crazy. So then they started making one rule. Everybody, all photographers right here. All photographers, 2 songs, maybe 3. All photographers, sign away the rights. Crazy. We never had any problem. I could go on stage. I can go backstage. I can go anywhere. With the new way, nothing like that. So I said, forget about it. You cannot do good work unless you have access to the musician. I can make a very nice picture of you if you sit here with me. But if you don't sit here with me, and if you have a cop here and a guard here and a this and a that, the picture will not be good. So that changed. Then the other thing that changed was digital photography. Changed everything. With the digital camera, everybody became a photographer, right? You can go for not much money, and you can buy a very good camera, right? Yeah. And you can sit in the audience, blah, 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 take pictures, blah, blah, blah. So you don't have the respect for the photographer, the professional anymore. Because you get, I can do that. I can do that. They cannot. You can tell, but they can tell. Because the kids, they all say, hey, look, I got a picture of Bon Jovi. Oh, I have this great picture of Bon Jovi. And then you put it next to a professional. Different. But he has his personal. Makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So that the other thing is with digital, you go on the internet, right? What do you see on the internet? Picture, 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 picture. So many pictures. And you're looking at one picture, a very nice picture. You turn the internet on again, it's gone. That picture is finished. It's gone somewhere else in cyberspace, yeah? So what value then does that picture have if it disappears? You know what I mean? So the people don't care about the pictures so much anymore. You know? I don't think. I think there's some very great pictures being made, but the great pictures being made have so much competition with the bad pictures being made. You know? The kids all buy the camera, right? Some of them make very good photographs, even though they're amateurs. For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
But because it's so easy to make the picture, and they can make so many pictures, and everywhere you look, there's pictures, 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 pictures. They don't value.
Photography is still the same medium in our minds or not.
Yeah.
No matter what you shoot.
Exactly. I think you're absolutely right about that. But you see what my problem is the sheer quantity.
Yeah.
You have millions of images. Okay, how does the good one come? Like this, come up to the top and you, oh my God, that's a great picture. You have to work to find that picture, right?
Yeah.
Because so many. Like, I don't know here in Moscow. You take a picture, you upload it to the drugstore, 1 hour, in 1 hour you have a print. You know, it changes the whole thinking about pictures. You're a photographer, you probably are very good photographer, you care about your images a lot, probably, yeah? You care about them, and
yeah.
you work very hard to make them right. And you experiment with old cameras, new cameras, Holga, this and that and this, right? Because you love photography. But where in the world now of images is the role of the photographer who cares a lot? You know, it's tough. I'm telling you, I know for sure. You know, I look at the students, and you know they're going to have to fight to make enough money to live from photography, for sure. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I love it. I've always loved photography. Every time I leave photography, I come back to photography. It's like a friend. I left 3 or 4 times because, you know, I say, you know what recycling is? Recycle business?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm in the recycling business because I'm recycling the old photos into new ways of presenting them, you know? I have a new book. Yeah. I tell the stories of the stories behind the pictures. But I'm not going to compete with the millions of photographers now. When I was taking pictures, it was a very unique profession, yeah? Very unique in those days. Now it's not unique, everybody has cameras, right?